Hey, first off, I come humbly before you and blessed to be here in the space with you and share this time and this moment. Um, I first found success after I failed. I failed over and over and over. As a teenager, I'm born and raised here in Vegas. I was in the wrong life. I was in the gang life. Got locked up and juvenile hall and all that good stuff twice on probation. And one of my last POs, he was like, "Man, is this the road you want to go down? You smart." My mom always built school into me and learning, and he saw that in me. So I was like, you know what? No, I don't. And got my GED in Karaoke Youth Center, got out, turned that in for credits, got my diploma from adult high school, graduated a year early, started community college on financial aid, did 2 years, took some music classes, some business classes, and then I knew what I wanted to do. I met a friend when I was locked up who was freestyle, and I was like, whoa, let's go. So I would write songs while I was locked up, got out, and I learned to always learn and seek help, right? And find those who are the best in their field, So I found a studio, 105 Studios, responsible for a lot of the hits that were recorded out here in Vegas. Big part of Vegas and pop culture. I started as an intern, putting together CDs, hanging posters, sweeping floors, mopping floors, cleaning the bathrooms, running coffee to engineers. And but through that, I was in the space I wanted to be. I started learning all I could learn. I soaked it all up like a sponge. I learned how to become a studio audio engineer. I started recording my own songs at night after everybody left. I started helping other people out, helping my own friends. I always wanted to help. I always wanted to share what I had. Eventually, I became a studio manager. Eventually, I got with an investor. I bought out the studio. I was owning the studio at 23 years old, one of the big studios in town. Still, I walked humble. I didn't have my nose in there. I wanted to help everybody. I tried to bring the community together, and I did for the most part. I put together one of the first mixtapes that had all the hot Vegas artists at that time. Did songs with the Chapter, with Double R, everybody. The Flesh mixtape, put that all together, and throwing shows. I did more than 100 live shows, and I was living my dream. I was living what I was passionate about. I always wanted to do what I was passionate about. Yeah, the money didn't come, but some things are more valuable than money. When I was on the stage rocking, that was priceless. When I was sharing the art with all my friends, and fans, family, that was priceless. When I could help someone out who was struggling, couldn't afford studio time, but I could help them to get them in the studio. Hey, let's do it. It's easy, too easy. Or you want to promote your show? It's too easy. Let's do it. And I always did things without no expectation in return. And when you do that, the universe, God, whatever you want to say, it works in mysterious ways, and that energy comes back to you. And the people raise you up, and you help raise other people up. And that was my first success. My first shot in college was music. Like I said, opened up for many artists, performing at the House of Blues, opened up for Ice Cube, Dub C, the Rebel Palooza, Ghostface, opened up for Bone Thugs and Harmony, Too Short, all these people, and I loved it. And then in '08, the recession hit, and unfortunately, I lost the studio. I would, build a studio in my condo, but that's here nor there. And still did music, and at this time, I was also training kickboxing at night just for fun. Going to the gym. I always wanted to do karate when I was young, but my parents couldn't afford it, so kickboxing was like the next best thing. Started doing that, training. Hey, coach, what's next? Sparring, where you practice. Okay, hey, coach, what's next? 6 months later, oh, you do a smoking fight, which is like an amateur fight. Okay, shoot, let's do this. I'm in the studio during the day, at the gym at night. So I tried it, fought, won kind of quickly. I thought it was a fluke, And then I did one month later, a war, complete war with an older gentleman. 3-round fight, went to split decision, and I didn't know if I won or not. And when that referee rose my hand, hey, it was the next best feeling in the world. That feeling was priceless. And from on there, I was just fighting monthly, not even trying to do anything with it, just fighting monthly, and still focused on the music heavily. And after I closed the studio, I was like, man, how am I gonna make some money? Because I ain't going to work a regular 9 to 5, right? I can't do it. I need to do what I'm passionate about. And my coach said, hey, well, you're pretty good at this fighting stuff. Why don't you try it out? So I took some time, did some more research, right? Always looking for the best and whatnot. And I noticed kickboxing, you can't make too much money, but the UFC at that time was blowing up. So I was like, hey, let me pump my brakes, let me learn some jiu-jitsu, some basic wrestling, and then we'll see what's up. Did that for about 6 months, had my first, had like 3 amateur fights, did well, went pro, won my first pro fight in 26 seconds, and then I never looked back, you know? Yeah! And at that time, I was known as the rapper slash scrapper. You know, Dewey Cooper announced me the rapper slash scrapper, Danny D1 Davis. You know, because I was still rapping and I was scrapping. And man, one thing led to another. Again, somehow I got attracted to the best athletes in the city. Frank Mir, ex-heavyweight champion of the UFC, Robert Drysdale, jiu-jitsu phenomenon, and just working, training with these guys and building myself up and getting better, you know, getting better day by day, constantly learning, staying humble. You know, they say real motivation is taking failures with no loss of enthusiasm, you know, and I never got down on myself. Sure, in that moment it hurt, but time and ice cream solves a lot of things. You know, so, so I kept fighting, had a great career, fought on TV, NBC Sports, fought on some big organizations. Didn't quite go as far as I want, but in my book, it was still a win, you know. In those moments when I was fighting on TV, you couldn't tell me I wasn't living out my dream, and it was great, you know, fighting in front of people. And I never did it to hurt no one. I did it for the competition. Because when you're fighting, nothing else in the world matters. You have to be in that moment, mind, body, and soul in unison, and nothing else can matter. You know, and you're trying to outsmart this dude like chess, you know. Pain, that you don't feel that pain because of adrenaline. And I don't believe in violence in the streets. You know, I try to preach to the youngsters. I always went back to like Spring Mountain and talk to the kids. You know, try to push them in the right direction. Never fight in the street ever. Even if someone's drunk at the bar, I just walk away. I know how to diffuse the situation. But I do believe in staying healthy, staying active. You gotta have a good diet. You know, you gotta meditate. You gotta stretch. You gotta work out consistently. And then, you know, I started getting up in age. I had a fight at 17 against like a big name, Jake Shields in the sport. Lost that one. It was a good fight, but I lost it. And I started to realize, hey, I'm 35, 36 this year. I can't do this too much longer. What am I gonna do next? And I was like, okay, well, what can I do to still help people, serve people, make good income, set my own hours, still have some kind of freedom, still be an entrepreneur? And real estate popped up for me. So I started learning real estate, like studying the books, studying the tests and whatnot, like the quizzes. And it was 2020 when I kind of took the exam, passed, got all my license stuff in order, but then COVID hit, right? So couldn't get started. But July that year, they deemed it an essential business. And at that time, I was with my girl. We were engaged about 6 years. And hey, we didn't make it through the COVID, you know, and it's all right. We had good time, I blessed that time, and moved on. I had to move into my boys' house for a little while, and then I finally got my stuff. But it caused me to put all my attention and focus into real estate. And that first year, I did more than 20 million in sales, bounced right back up. But again, I seeked out the best person, so one of the best persons I could find. You know, we were doing a lot of mountain bike riding during COVID, and when the guy I was talking to was like, oh, I do real estate on that first pathway, and blah, 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 and a team, this and that. I looked him up, did some research, and he was killing it. He was my same age, killing it. Multiple investment properties, top sales in the office, in the Summerlin office. So like, okay, I'm gonna learn from you. And yeah, you know, we vibe very well, you know, like-minded, good people, good aura, good energy. So he took me under his wing, he taught me. He fed me, but also my contacts. I got some clients, and most importantly, not just trying to sell someone's house, but trying to service them. You know, it's all about service, giving to them, educating them through the process. And I've been doing it about 4 years now, and I love it. And we're fighting. I kept training, kept staying in shape, and I do a couple private clients here and there, keep some cash flow, a couple hours in the morning, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, and go do real estate. And still training with the team. And then about 2 years ago, one of the fighters in our gym, hey, I like how you do pads. Will you coach me? I was like, coach? I never thought of being a coach. I mean, I know how to coach classes. kids, adults, teenagers, whatever, but not, I never did fighter because I was fighting myself, and I wanted to focus on myself, but now that my career was over, I was like, yeah, let's try it out, let's do it. So, he was a UFC fighter, pretty up there in the range, Sean Strickland. Started coaching him doing power work, and then 3 fights later, somehow he won the belt and was the champion of the world. So I'm a world championship coach now. Yeah, and it was one of the biggest upsets in the sport. You beat Israel Adesanya, who was like reigning champ ever, and smashed him. Then he shut him down. And so yeah, the last 2 years I've been able to travel the world. Just came back from Saudi Arabia, coaching the fighter. We were in New Jersey, Toronto, so I've been blessed to see the world of fighting, and having that freedom to do what I love. Do most importantly what I'm passionate about, and that came through service. Serving those, good energy, good aura. Linking up with my shoes like Art. I know Art a long time, so the cooler lounge probably for that. And yeah, I love this man because he's always bringing community together. And community is so important. Let me tell my notes a few last things. One thing I can show you guys.
Where to find you?
You can find me, Extreme Couture, Sunset Indicator, south side of town. It's 4055 Sunset Road. It's near your tattoo shop. I'm pretty sure we're off Decatur in the 215. Besides that, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Nevada Properties in Summerlin. You can look on the website, bhhsnv.com. Find me on IG, b1.eth. But yeah, man, just if I have to share one thing, always keep learning, stay consistent, have your goals, visualize your goals, fill your goals in your minds, be good to people, and always never give up on yourself. When you create yourself. Thank you guys. Take care.